Wow, it's slow.
Get on your bikes, ride!
Hey everybody, welcome to Talking Habs, first period live stream of Columbus Montreal Canadiens at Columbus Blue Jackets, obviously in Columbus. So we're gonna live stream that. So hopefully some people will show up. I guess before we get, this is not intended for minors under 13. Stay away. Hey, whoever's in, thanks for coming in. So we're going to take on this game and see if the Habs can have a better showing against the Jackets. Hopefully we won't go into overtime or a shootout. I think we beat them in a shootout, though. So we beat them last week, but now they're in their home arena, and they're going to want a little bit of revenge here. They're definitely going to want to win. I expect them to come out pretty strong. So let's hope the Habs are ready for them, and we have a good game coming on. I think it will be a good game. Let me see now. Let me just make my picture bigger and put my sound back on for when I need it. So who's here? Hey, MJ. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Can always count on you. I appreciate it. So hopefully we're in for a good game. The last game wasn't great. The first period, I think, even the first half of the game, like the first 30 minutes, the Habs didn't play very well. I understand we're going to have one of the same referees from Saturday's penalty-filled game against the Devils. So, I forget what they just showed on here how Byron got hurt. His skates got caught up with somebody else. That's how he screwed his knee. Anyway, so we won't have Drouin, we won't have Byron. Domi is going to be playing the wing with Suzuki as his center and Armia. They're just showing it now. And Armia as the wing. Hudon is on the fourth line left wing. Cousins on the right side. Wheel is on the right side for Kotkaniemi's line with Lehkonen. And, of course, our first line of Tatar, Dano, and Gallagher, which is in place, which is good news. On the defense side, it's Mete and Weber, Sherratt and Petrie. And I guess Kulak and Fleury, but honestly, they cut it before I got the last pairing. But I didn't hear anything about Riley being inserted instead of Kulak. And I thought Kulak played well enough. So, we're about to start. Sorry if if I seem weird. I've been caught up with all this COPPA stuff all day. I don't think it's going to affect my channel. But it's so vague that it's hard to tell and we won't know. I won't really know till January 1st. Although I'm not monetized, so that's only if I get monetized by then. I don't think it's going to affect any unmonetized channels, but we shall see. So I got 3 people here. I know MJ's here. Who else is in here? Say hi and let me know who's here. I'd like to know. They're just showing Domi on the ice. I'm hoping for a little bit better from Domi on the wing. He's kind of been struggling a little bit, you know. He hasn't been getting very many points. I'd like to see him get a few goals. I'm hoping the wing might... I don't know if it'll help or not. I think he was kind of struggling at center a little bit this year, honestly. And I hope the wing is going to be better for him. I know for Suzuki, I'm really looking forward to seeing him centering that second line for a bunch of games. I hope they don't... I hope he does well, and it's just that's how it stays. Because I believe that Suzuki is a center, and I think... Not this year, but I think maybe as early as next year, he could be the first-line center. We'll see what he can show us. We know what his potential is. Hey, whoever just came in. Peter! Hey! Peter, I thought... Okay, maybe... Oh, I know who... I thought Johnny's in... I thought you were in Saskatchewan. I don't know why. But hey, thanks for coming in, buddy. I appreciate it. Hopefully we're in for a good game here. I know they've got different goalies, so I believe Corpus Salo is in nets tonight. I don't remember who their other goalie is, but he's not in nets tonight. So that's a change for them. And they've got home ice advantage. It could be a big thing, you know. It's hard to tell. We'll have to see how they come out. I hope the Habs come out a lot better and show a little more than they did last game against the Jackets in at least the first period, and establish their game of speed and skill and quick transitions. That's what they're good at. Too bad Drouin got hurt. Was really having a good year. Yeah, MJ. It's too bad. What I'm hoping for, like, you know, a lot of times a guy like that, especially the wrist, he's gonna have maybe a little. I don't know which wrist it is. He might have a little trouble taking shots and stuff. So I hope he comes back. With the same game that he got hurt playing. You know, doesn't come back as last year's Drouin. Oh yeah, that's right, Elvis. I should have remembered that. Elvis was in the building. My ex-wife loves Elvis. Just loves Elvis, so I should have remembered that. We have a bad time in Columbus for some reason. Yeah, they're 1-5-0 in their last 6 games, so that doesn't bode well either. But you have to take, I think, into account that. Last year I thought we had a really good team, but the year before that, not really. So that covers those 6 games, right? Probably even a little farther back, I guess. I don't know how many times they play. I think twice. Anyways, I don't know. So what I mean is we got a much better team. So even though that we're 1-5-0 with the last 6 games there, I don't think that really means anything. It's what the team that's coming out tonight brings to the table, or to the ice in this case. So I don't really think that's a problem. But it could be. I mean, sometimes, you play, there's one team or more in the league that you have trouble with no matter what. Hey, John, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, Toronto's not doing very well. That talk about the Babcock losing his job is getting stronger. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Toronto, really. Can't say that I'm unhappy, but for you fans, I feel for you. We know what it's like in Montreal to be frustrated. Well, I guess Toronto, you guys know what it's like too. I shouldn't say that. But look, we'll see what happens. I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't know if there's I know Marner is injured, so I imagine that's having an effect. And was Hab Nation in a comment was talking about how Byron and Drouin being on LTIR. The Habs get a break on the cap, but they're not on LTIR. I checked it on Cap Friendly, and they have $0 on the LTIR. So, same in Toronto. Even though Marner is injured and it's a lot of money, it doesn't help them on the cap. So to bring somebody in, it's a big problem, So I know Toronto's struggling with that. That's the problem when you have 3 guys that are making over $30 million a year. You can't surround them with anybody, or you get a core. But you can't really surround that core with much talent. That's the problem. And we all knew going into the season, Toronto's defense was going to be a problem. They've got good offensive defensemen, but they don't have a lot of good defense there. Yeah, but Cody Ceci just got traded to Toronto. I doubt they're trading him out that quickly. Besides, listen, it's still only 20 games into the season. Okay, so the game's going. Wow, Gallagher gets a chance right away, like a little mini breakaway, sort of, but he didn't score. I think Hudon's out there. No, it's Dano. Shift change. Not less than a minute in already. Can't see how they're doing yet. I see Suzuki's out there, really looking for some good stuff from Suzuki. I got my eye on Suzuki tonight. And I guess that line in general, and overall how the Habs react to their first game with the 2 players officially out on injuries. Or was that? I guess that was the New Jersey game. That's true. Yeah, they didn't respond well in that game. So let's hope they pick it up. I see Peter said, ugh. I hope that doesn't mean a goal. Because it might be here it comes. I'm a minute behind, or 30 seconds or so behind you guys. There was a chance by Columbus there. For some reason, I'm expecting a goal. Scored. You're right. Here it is. Damn it. Speaking of that, I got to get my book ready. I was rushing at the end here to get ready for the stream. Robinson. Damn it. That guy actually, we have trouble with this guy. I remember even from last year, he scored against us. He scores against us. So it's, I don't know where, is it Eric Robinson? I don't remember his name. Damn it. Where did that go through? I didn't even see where that went through, but not good. Let's see how they respond. Well, there's a difference. It's a goal in the first, well, almost a little over the first minute of the period instead of the last. Anyways, look, this team doesn't give up. They can get another goal right here, and this team, they don't give up. The only worry I really have is that lousy referee from Saturday's game. He doesn't seem to like Montreal. That's what I would say from those penalties. They're fighting for it in the corner. Come on, guys, clear it out. They got it out of the zone. Kokayemi entering the O-zone. Come on, guys. Get this one back. So it was Robinson, his second goal from Savard and Wenberg. Robinson and Savard, both of those two guys, give us problems. So, here we go. I just got to write this down. Sorry, guys. Had a long day. I'm a bit tired. That's my big problem. That was some. My voice is already going. I don't get that. It was from Savard, and I know I said it. Yeah, it's Eric Robinson. Savard and Wenberg. God, it's no fun getting old. I gotta get something to drink. My voice is going on me. Tomorrow's podcast day. I hope you'll all look for my podcast and check it out. I am going to talk about, I'm going to discuss Nick Suzuki and the line change for Domi and all that. I'm going to discuss that tomorrow. Plus your questions. So I hope you guys will, you can leave any questions you want for the podcast if you have any in this video's, not right here, but in the comment section if you don't mind. If you have any ideas of stuff you want me to talk about, other than just questions, if you have like an idea you want to know about something, if I can talk about it, I will also leave that in the comment section of this video, and I'll check that out when I'm preparing the podcast tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. I got to review this game, preview tomorrow's game, because there's a game tomorrow, right? This is back-to-back, so I hope you guys remember. And I got my podcast, and I'm live streaming the first period of the game, got the game. A review of the game. It's a big day tomorrow. Today was pretty big too. I was doing a lot of this COPPA stuff. It's horrible. Very scary, and hopefully I won't be affected. Excuse me. So far, I don't see either team getting like extended pressure in the zones. So I guess it's just kind of back and forth. I'm trying it's hard to keep paying. It's hard to pay attention to the first period when you're live streaming, or to any of the game when you're live. I find. I imagine over time I'll get better at it. Come on, guys, are you watching the game and got nothing to say or what? Well, what is he saying? Key parts: clean first touch to neutralize the forecheck. Well, you can say that for any game, right? Get the puck, get it out of your zone, neutralize that forecheck. The quicker you can get the puck out of your zone, the quicker you can neutralize their forechecking. So any strong forechecking team, you got to clear your zone quick. There, that was offside. It was close. Kulak was breaking in. He was offside. That's really sad. Looked like a good chance there. Anyways, if you remember the last week's game against Columbus, it looked like we were going to lose that game. It really did. They were 1-0. We tied it up. They scored a late third period goal. It looked like it was over. I was going to write game over, and Nick Suzuki scored really quickly after that goal. So they don't give up. So even if it's not looking great, third period is where, unless we're really out of it, third period they come back. They're strongest in the third. Ooh, almost not from the same spot, but the same thing. Price had to come over. Thank God the guy missed the net. Ooh. I know you guys are seeing this ahead of me, but that was a nice little saves there. A couple of saves there by Price. Really close in. But now, see, Columbus is getting pressure here, and it's sustained. They're keeping the pressure in the zone. This is what you want to keep them away from. Time of possession in the offensive zone. Hey, I keep faith. Hey, buddy. All right. Thanks for signing the petition. I appreciate it. And look, it's going to benefit you guys too, because if people start pulling out from doing YouTube, then there's less to watch and all that kind of stuff. So it's no good for anybody. It's really dumb. Once the government gets in, it starts with their goddamn regulations. In certain things, regulations are good. I'm not a conservative personally, so I don't mind some regulations, but they're doing it wrong. They're regulating it in a wrong way, and they're putting all the onus on us as creators, and it's not right. Ryan Suter. I'm trying to think Ryan Suter, that's Minnesota, am I right? I don't know if they can get traded. He's got a weird contract, doesn't he? He still has a lot of term left and pretty high salary. The only thing I do know is it was upfront money. A lot of it, I think, anyway. Maybe not from Minnesota, I'm not sure. But he still has a big contract like, what's his name? The other guy, Parise. Same thing, they signed both of those guys to ridiculous, like Weber, the same kind of contract. 12 years or something like that. So Weber's still got like 4 or 5. They must still have 4 or 5. I don't know if that's an easy contract to trade. Are you also a Minnesota Wild fan, John? Mete breaking in. Mete, you have to admit, looking really good offensively this year. He's got a lot more confidence when he's in the offensive zone. Pinching in, taking chances. Hey, cool. If I'm correct, you like the Leafs, the Habs. Now I know the Wild. I don't know how many other teams. David, who I don't know if David's here yet. David's also like that. David, I think, has like 4 or 5 teams he really likes, which is cool. For me, personally, it's the Habs. I don't really cheer for anybody else. I don't dislike too many teams, except, honestly, the Leafs, the Bruins. After that, there's not too many teams I don't really like. So I guess if I'm watching a game, I can go for any team that's playing other than the Bruins and the Habs. The Leafs. I don't think there's any situation that I could find myself cheering for the Bruins or the Leafs. But we'll see. Maybe something would come up. I don't know. But if the Bruins and the Leafs were playing for the Cup, it wouldn't happen. They're in the same division. But I couldn't watch it, I don't think. When if I'm watching, if the Bruins are playing, whatever, I could hope the Bruins get beat, or the Leafs, same thing. But when they're playing each other, what would I watch for? To see the talented players would be the only thing. And granted, Toronto has some really good players. Boston has some really good players, especially Bergeron. I really respect Bergeron, and Pasternak's got a wicked shot. You got to respect that. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by you think Mickey. Hey, David, how's it going? I was just mentioning you. John, he's got a bunch of teams he likes, and I was saying how you like, there's a bunch of teams that you like, that you cheer for. MJ's a Penguins fan as well. All right, Sidney Crosby. I'd love to see Crosby come here. I have it in a video that he might. I have a feeling he might want to finish his career here, but we'll see. Big UFA signings are risky. Look at Toronto now. Maybe we're lucky not signing Tavares. Well, I saw a good article about that. How Montreal was probably Bergevin was really smart not to take on a big UFA contract because they're not panning out in general. Apparently. Oh, Mick, you think Koivu might get traded? Yeah, I guess maybe. He's been there a long time. Love Saku, his brother. Oh my God, Saku Koivu was great. I love Saku. That's what I've got. You can't see it here. Yeah, right behind me. Koivu right behind me. Still 1-0. It's 8 minutes gone. I don't find it, from what I've seen of it, an overly exciting game so far. Kind of like the last game where they didn't really do much till later on. So we'll have to see. But one thing I don't do is I don't count them out. This team, no matter what the score, they fight right to the end. Whether they're losing, whether they're winning. They don't even put the brakes on when they're winning. In general, they keep going for another goal. I like that. And I don't know if you know who Mitch Melnick is. You Montreal guys probably will. I saw briefly, because it was just before the stream, how he was saying that Washington game was probably a turning point to the good for Montreal. Showed their character, what they're capable of going forward. And I really agree with that. I think the fact that they could go into Washington and beat the number one team who was on a really good, I think 11 games without a loss. I think that's a character. That's a good sign of the character that this team has. And the fact that this team is better as the game goes along in general, not every single game, but usually second period's better, third period is their best. That shows a team of character, and they did it all last year as well. And it's nice to have a team where, a team could score a couple of goals on your team. Obviously, you can get a couple of goals against. But to be confident that your team's not out of it at that point is really nice. Yeah, David, they are down 1-0, but doesn't mean a thing. There's a lot of hockey left. And these guys don't quit. And I'm wondering if it's the line changes, right? They had a couple line changes, and plus, look, they could be missing Drouin quite a bit. Byron, last year, yeah. This year, he wasn't playing that well. So to say that they'll miss him, I don't know yet. They probably will overall, because, at some point, you got to figure Byron would have come around. Man, they are going to that right face-off circle, the dot. They're firing there. They must think that he's got a weakness over there. Because that's about the fourth time I've seen them take a shot from basically the same spot. So they're setting up to that side. So it's either because of the player on their team, like Weber, you want to set up to Weber. He's always going to be on the same side. But it seems like they're going for a shot from where they're facing off right now. 30 seconds ago for you guys. I really want to see Kokanyemi come around. He's got to pick it up. Hey, cool, Peter. Yeah, that's the beauty of the internet, right? You can listen to a radio station from wherever you want. I haven't been listening to them that much because I've been so busy with this. I don't have time, but I should put it on more often. I used to have that 690 TSN station here in Montreal. If anybody doesn't know, it's the local sports radio station. That used to be on almost all the time in my house. That's how I kept up with all the sports. I was listening to that station, so I would hear about, whatever sport. And I could usually talk a little bit about whatever, even though I didn't watch it or really follow. But since I started doing YouTube, I am not able to do that. And because I'm older, I have trouble having something on while I'm working. If I'm trying to write something or research, I have trouble having TV or a video or something playing, or music even. That's probably age. That's called senility? No. I don't know if I'm senile yet. I can't say. There's a little bit of Alzheimer's in my family, so I guess it's always a worry. Boy, my voice is going. I don't think I've been talking tons today. I did a couple videos. That's it. Probably from the lousy, damp weather here in Montreal. Woke up to freezing rain and a bit of snow later. And it's like 0 now. So that means it's kind of damp. I imagine that's affecting my voice today. So, guys, come on. Some questions. What do you guys want to know? We're in a... anyways, period's not over yet. Doesn't matter. I got my mind on the bloody COPPA thing. It's kind of in the back of my head. You know, when you work... I've been working pretty hard at this for almost a year now. And to just get to the point where your goal is, you know, where you're going to have some income coming in from ads, to find out that that might be cut down 90% before you get started. It's kind of disappointing. Although, honestly, from what I can research, I don't know, because I'm a sports channel. Sports are appealing to kids, that's for sure. But, I mean, I definitely don't target kids. And from what I understand, I know Nolan is in here. Nolan and I think Evan, they're 13, so I'm safe there. I don't want to block them out. And I don't want to start swearing and all that, because that also does, you know, if someone asked me that, what if you start swearing and using, you know, more. But the problem with that is advertisers don't like that either. So if you do that, your earnings are down also. So it's like a catch-22. Peter says he's old too. Can't sleep. Listen to the morning show. Yeah, sleep isn't my friend. Some nights, actually, I'll tell you the truth, most of the time, about 4 hours a night. And then, you know, every now and then, I'll go for a 6 hour a night for a while. Weird. But yeah, insomnia as you get older seems to happen. Evan wants to know, can I dance? Everyone can dance. Can I dance well? No. Will I dance in front of people? No. Did this COPPA thing just come out of nowhere, or was this known to be coming? Well, that's a good question. It didn't come out of nowhere, but it's come up really recently because YouTube was just kind of not breaking the law, but they were just flaunting and disregarding it for from 2013 to 2018. They kind of got caught. They got fined they settled for $170 million. And in doing that, they must have said to themselves that, hey, this isn't going to happen to us again. So they've set it up where they are not responsible for the videos that we put online. We're responsible for classifying whether they're aimed at kids or for kids or not. But the thing is, it doesn't matter what we classify them out as. The FTC in the U.S., and YouTube's an American company, so we're bound by the FTC because we're on YouTube. We're basically employees of YouTube. It's as a layman's term, it's not exactly it, right? So it's up to us, and the fines will come to us. And if FTC, they have a way of sweeping through all the videos of everybody's channel. And if they find videos that you have labeled not for kids, and they decide that they are for kids, like take example, I'm worried about my hockey card videos. That's attractive to kids, although most collectors are adults, and I made it for adults, not kids, but I might have to go and classify those as made for kids, even though they weren't, so I don't take a $42,000 fine for each of those 2 videos. Believe me, 1 fine for 1 video, and I am dead. So, and listen, I'm an American. Well, I'm both. I'm American and Canadian. By birth, I didn't my parents are Canadian, so I'm naturally Canadian. But I was born in the States, so I'm there just American by birth. So I don't know how that would affect me if I get a fine. I can't really run from it, and if I do run from it and don't pay, more than likely YouTube will just shut down people who don't pay their fines. So that means no channel. So that's why I did the video. I didn't do a great job. I've never done a video like that, but I just wanted to put a video out. They suggested doing that. Everybody, all creators, just let your viewers know what's going on. And as viewers, if you want to keep seeing people like me, not just me, I mean people like me, channels that you enjoy, I would go and sign that petition, and if you feel like it, leave a comment why you would not like them to do this, and that'll help. And I think if they get enough people, they can change. We can change the way they're gonna judge this. There's ways to do it that don't hurt anybody, and because January 1st, if you have kids and they watch kids programming, there's going to be a lot less programming going forward from January 1st for kids, because kids programming is not going to make any money on ads. And if you're going to use branding deals and all that, people aren't going to watch. Plus, there's no notifications. They won't be on suggested or recommended. You can't comment. There's no comments. You can't save to a playlist. You can't do anything. The only way people can find your videos after January 1st, if you're a kid's channel, will be that they have to know who you are, go to your channel, and look for the videos, because they're not going to pop up anywhere. So chance of growing your channel, of making any money to support doing the channel, will be out the window. So kids programming is actually going to get killed off, and they want to protect kids. So I don't get how it works, but that's how it is right now. So we need to do this so we can change those laws. And it's not just for us, but if you have kids, it's for your kids too. If your kids watch YouTube. So yeah, it's too bad I have to be on this goddamn garbage. But yeah, to answer your question, it's something that was known. Although for a lot of creators like me, I didn't know about COPPA till I'm going to say about 8 days ago. And so I tried to watch everything I could. I signed the petition, left my comment. And that's all I can do. Every time I can learn something about it, because it's very vague. I know I'm not talking hockey here, but it's very vague about what appeals to kids. They're using the word appeal. Sports appeals to kids. The logos appeal to kids, so they can see my stuff and go, "Oh, I want to see that." Does that make me a kid's channel? I don't think so, but it's not me that decides. It's them, and they're gonna make a lot of mistakes before they get it right. So I don't want to be one of those. So I'm not sure what to do. That's why I put up this. I'm starting every video with this sign. Don't know if it's gonna help, but at least anybody looking at my videos to say, is he targeting kids? Well, I'm not, because I'm telling you right here, I'm not targeting kids. So as far as that goes, I'm covered. But what if they say doesn't matter because kids like hockey and they like sports teams and you're a kids channel? If they say that, I have no choice. I'm a kids channel. And then that's 300. I'm at 396 videos. That's 396. Think about it. 396 times $42,530. That's what I'm facing potentially. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't. I think I'm safe, but that's the worry. That's why I'm a little off tonight. Just because today it seemed like there was a lot of stuff about it, and I had to, you got to learn. You got to watch the videos and know what's going on. I don't want to be there like all of a sudden one day, oh, look at I got all these fines and I didn't know what's going on. So that's why I urge anybody out there, you make videos, doesn't matter your age. Even if you're 13 years old and you're making videos, you better make sure that it's right. But if you're not monetized, you don't have to really worry. I don't think it is going to affect non-monetized videos. So for me, the worry is once I'm monetized, which isn't done, and they go all the way back. It doesn't matter. I'm monetized on this day, so any videos after that, that's not how it works. From day one. So yeah, I'm a little sidetracked. I really do apologize. Evan, no, I cannot. I'm not a singer or a dancer. No. Do I like music? I really do. I used a clip, a small snippet of a song from Queen. That was Fat Bottom Girls from Queen that opened up the video. So anybody who goes back to watch it on replay, you'll see that. I don't think anybody was in the room when I did it, but it's for the people watching it on replay. And I've done it in my podcast twice. I'm not sure copyright thing. I was checking copyright today too, and I think I'm allowed very short snippets. I'm okay. I'm gonna have to put in the description who it was and even when it was created. Like Queen did this back in, I don't even know, in the 70s. I'll have to look that up. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff, you know, as a YouTube creator, when you're posting a video, there's a lot of stuff to put. You know, you guys see just the video, and I get that because I was like that for a long time. I just saw a video, didn't realize how hard or how much work there was just to put a video up. Never mind to create the video. For me, creating a video is not too difficult. I'm just talking in front of a camera. It's easy. I don't do fancy editing because of time constraints for most of my videos. If I was going to edit the reviews, even the previews, by the time they're edited and ready to go, nobody's interested in it anymore. It's a time thing. So I don't do that. I don't do any fancy cuts. You see, the only cuts you see is I'm pausing the filming, and then I start it up again. I try to use that creatively sometimes, and I'm lost on why I got onto this. But yeah, this is my worries today. So I apologize for not being on top of the game. I hope I didn't bore you so far. The game's it's got 3.5 minutes left. But yeah, well, Peter, I do get it, and I'm trying not to be too stressed. But Montreal scored. All right, woohoo! And I just saw your Yahoo. I'm trying not to be stressed about it. I really am. The problem is, you know, if I had just a few videos, okay, I could delete them and say, forget about it. I've got 396 videos. This 97. This might be 398. I'm almost at 400. If they deem my channel as a child's channel after January 1st, I hope to be monetized by then. If they deem that I'm a family channel or kids channel, and I have mine set as a not, I'm going to get dinged for 400 times 42,000. At that point, I mean, what are they going to take? My blood? And honestly, what do they think they're going to... How many video creators can afford that? Oh, you know, since we're on this and we're almost finished the period, PewDiePie. Everyone knows PewDiePie. He's got 100 million subscribers. This guy's in a lot of problems here. His earnings are going to go down to zero from ads. He makes a lot of money elsewhere. But PewDiePie is basically a kids channel. A lot of his videos are going to be categorized as aimed at kids, and he's going to have a lot of trouble. So, you know, music, a lot of music, there's so many things. Some of the things the colors you use could be attractive to kids, and you know, on your thumbnails. So if you use a really attractive thumbnail that has really nice colors on it, that could be attractive to kids, and they can click on it. Then what do? Are you a kids channel? You're not. But that's what they say. That's why regulations sometimes really are not good. I'm for regulations, not overly, but for regulations. A lot of things do need to be regulated, but sometimes regulations can really be applied wrongly without thought. And apparently a lot of these, there's 5 commissioners on the FTC that handle this, and they don't know how YouTube works. There's a lawyer, what's his name? I just heard, Jeremy Johnson. He used to be a lawyer. He has a YouTube channel, and he's been meeting with some of these guys, trying to teach them what YouTube is about and how it works for the creators, and that they're wrong, and hopefully this will help change it. That's why it's important we support that effort of a guy like that who's trying to change it. And it's not just for us creators, because honestly, I can't sustain this forever without having an income. And I'm just one of how many millions of creators. So if creators can't sustain their channels because of there's no income, there's nothing for you guys to watch anymore. Except the few that make money, that are, you know, like tutorials. There's a few things that aren't going to get touched. Okay, maybe the people who are doing adult programming kind of, and don't really care about monetization anyway, because that doesn't help you make money. If you're swearing and got adult things and stuff like that, it's not going to make you any money on ads. And listen, ads aren't everything. There's affiliate marketing and all kinds of stuff to do. As you know, I put it in my description, the TubeBuddy thing, if nobody's been down there. And I haven't talked about TubeBuddy for a while because it just hasn't come up. But I've had to put there that if you do click on it and you buy something, I get a commission. That's how it works. And you have to say that. But affiliate marketing is something, and I'm thinking about t-shirts and stuff like that. You know, and if you guys are interested, you'll buy it or you won't. I'm not someone who's going to push it on you guys. That's for sure. But I'll make it available. And, you know, that's how it works. Because honestly, as much as I feel weird about saying that I need to make some money doing this, but you need to. In order to sustain it, you need to make some money. That's kind of why I like the ads, because it's off nobody's back. It's just ads. You can click them off if you don't want to watch them, and you can watch them if you want to, and it doesn't hurt anybody, and it's not out of anybody's pockets except the advertisers. So that's why I like AdSense and getting money that way. But hey, listen, you guys, if you wanna support and donate, I do have a link down there where you can donate and support the channel. I put it there. I haven't talked about it because I feel weird about that, but you know, it does get to the point where it gets hard to see sometimes, and but I work at it. I do it every day, and that's it. I love doing it. I mean, it's the only reason I'm doing it for free right now. I mean, I love doing it. I love talking to you guys. I love watching hockey. I love talking about hockey. I love learning what I'm doing. I'm learning all the time to do this. Slowly getting better. At least I think so, anyway. And yeah. And meanwhile, there's a hockey game going on, and I've been talking about other shit and whatever. That's what live streams are good for. I like that about it, is that, you know, I can talk to you guys, and you guys can talk back through the comments, and we can have a game going on. Okay, let's get back to hockey. Let's see what I missed here. Yes, keep faith. Corey Schneider was put on waivers. Before the season started, I said New Jersey, that's going to be a problem. That's why I had New Jersey down pretty low. How is Corey Schneider going to react, or is he going to have a comeback or not? And obviously, he didn't have a good start to the season, and he's on waivers, and he's probably going to go to the AHL. I doubt anyone's going to pick him up on waivers. I really do. Not the way he's been playing, and I'm sure he's making decent money. Will this affect Lindgren's trade? I don't think so. Because I think the big reason why is Lindgren's on a one-way contract, and he's not having a good season. His numbers are not good down there. From what I can tell, I follow a little bit, not enough, but I follow a little bit, and I think Lindgren just not doing very well. As a matter of fact, McNiven is in the ECHL, and McNiven's been lights out. It was Player of the Week a couple weeks ago, if not last week, and I heard talk about them bringing him back up to the Rocket and moving either Lindgren down to the ECHL or moving him to another team via trade. So, yeah, Lindgren I don't think is a good option. That's why I do think if Price does go down, or Kincaid, they might really call up Primo, because I don't think Lindgren's an option. Thanks, David. I appreciate that. Am I streaming tomorrow? Yes, of course. Absolutely. Like I said, every game we're streaming the first period. So, yeah, big day tomorrow. I've also got my podcast, video podcast, so I hope you'll check that out. Hey, Hawks fan. Hey, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Okay, period just ended. Don't worry. We'll go another few minutes. Who should the Habs trade? I don't think they should trade yet. I think they have the talent here to handle these injuries, as long as obviously the players that need to step up. I think they're capable of it. It's a matter of will they. So I don't think they need to make any trades until they know that it's not working. So we'll have to see. Right now they're holding their own here. It's 1-1. They came back and scored. I didn't see that they were playing horribly, but we'll have to see how it goes with Suzuki as second line center and Domi on the wing going forward. And then maybe at the deadline is a different story, Hawks fan. If we're in the race, we're making the playoffs, and we need a little boost, yeah, I can see them making a trade. I really don't think they're going to take too many off the roster. We've got draft picks and prospects that I think if they're going to make a trade, that's where you're going to see. I don't think they're going to take anybody off the roster. I really don't. Unless there's a player that turns out that, by the end of the season not doing good, like a Lehkonen, even Wheel, Cousins, if they really fall off and they can fit them into a trade to get somebody good, yeah. Like, I really think if Taylor Hall's available, I think Montreal will go after him. Because Taylor Hall can help here. The problem is, what's he going to get paid next year? This could be a problem. But I do think that he might try to get him. As long as we're going to, be in the playoffs when we know. If it's just we're fighting to get in, I'm not so sure they're going to give up any of our good parts to make the playoffs one year. When there's other guys coming up next year and the year after that are really going to help this team. So you don't want to give up and make a hole somewhere that you can't refill. So I think they're on a good track with what they've got. They've got really good prospects. They've got a really good future ahead. And I think it's just a matter of our players playing. That's what you develop them for. You develop them not to trade them. You hopefully develop them to put them on your team. Remo was, in a comment section, was talking about making a trade to get a left-handed D in here. And he was willing to give up Caulfield. And I was like, no way. And I don't think Bergie will do something like that. Because I don't think if they miss the playoffs, but we come really close, I don't think he gets fired. And I don't think Julian does either. Because as long as we are on the right track, going down the right road, and everything is good that way, I think we're good. I really do believe that the talent that we have in the cupboard and on the team right now is good enough. And it's good enough to make up for this losing of Drouin. Nick Suzuki, if he can play the way he will in the future, if he can start doing that now, he will be the one that makes up for the loss of Drouin. And then it doesn't take much to make up for where Suzuki came from to fill in that, right? So it doesn't take much behind him because he's in the top 6. We need a bottom 6 guy. So I think we're okay. And honestly, Byron didn't give us that much yet this year to say that we're going to miss him that much, right? I don't think so. Okay, I got to get ready for the rest of the game, and the period is over. So listen, I want to thank you guys for coming in and listening to me talk about Kappa, because I didn't do enough hockey talk, honestly. But I appreciate that you guys came in. I really, really do. I'll be back up tomorrow at 6:30. I guess the game's at 7. We're at home to Ottawa. And that should be an interesting game. Yeah, Ottawa is a crappy team, but they do play usually good against Montreal. Close rivalry. They're close. David won't like... David's going to be rooting for the Habs big time. Doesn't like Ottawa. But it should be an interesting game, and I'm looking forward to it. So, yes, I'll be on the air at 7 o'clock like normal. And I'll be putting out my review for this game. I might do another combo review preview. We'll see if I'm rushed for time. And yeah, that's it. So thanks for coming in. Super, super appreciate it. You guys are the best. You guys that come into all these first period live streams, there's a small group of you, and you are the best. And everybody else is great too. So thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. From Talking Habs, give a thumbs up. Oh, there's the camera. And I appreciate it if you haven't subscribed, ring the notifications bell. If you're rewatching this, you can do that, subscribe and ring the notifications bell, and that'll get you your daily fix of blue, blanc, rouge right here at Talking Habs. So go Habs, go! And I'm going to see you tomorrow on the live stream. Where's my cat? I don't even know anymore. And yeah, watch for my videos. My podcast is coming out tomorrow. I hope you'll enjoy that. And if you have anything you want me to talk about or any questions, leave them in the comment section. Not here on the chat, in the comment section, and I'll gather them up in the morning, and I'll put together my show, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Yeah, you got to hit the button, and you got to hit it right on, or it doesn't work. I missed it twice. Imagine. Again. There we go. Hi.